Yeah, yeah. The way y'all all handle this situation was crazy. First of all, but DJ Envy made this slurp sound in the microphone. He made this slurp sound. I had my volume all the way up. That was crazy. That Envy likes to hear
Always the
stories about.
turn. Okay, my voice is coming through there. It's always the two-lane turn. They never know how to take it. Okay, it's going to be the car head is going to... Yep. What?
You really gonna do it while you're scraping the plate
I hope this is enjoyable. Kind of avoidable because you have to understand that everybody doesn't know how to use roundabouts.
How do you think roundabouts work?
I was just trying to turn.
I mean,
You gotta yield to the people in the roundabout.
I know, I'm sorry.
yeah, this is a 1-lane versus a 2-lane roundabout, so. Whoa! Nah, serves you right. Ask him if anything's broken on his body. Do you need medical attention? Yes? No? Okay. Take care of yourself. Okay, well, you crossed 2 lanes from that right turn. Now, let's see. Oh. Yeah. I didn't see that one coming. Okay, we're a semi-truck. We're looking ahead. We're slowing down, if anything. Oh. We didn't watch the mirror. Are they trying to brake check, or are they trying to... It's a temporary tag, so it could be an insurance claim. They're trying to bait them in. Yeah, I mean, insurance fraud, or just pissed off and they know that. This looks like it's going to be a whoop. Semi-truck. Oh, it's going to be that truck. That's the truck. Nice. I mean, dude's probably 4 PBRs to the wind.
Make sure the car wash. That was the best car wash for me.
What?
The make sure car wash in the hospital.
Police? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh my god.
No emergency lights needs that Tim Hortons. Gotta get that donut. Gotta get that donut. Typical. Oh, Grandpa with his mouth breathing. Why do old people always breathe like that?
Hey Siri, call.
Did you not see that?
No, it's just your comments.
My comments? I'm gonna try and pay the bills this way with my comments. That guy is stupid. Look at this. Look at this. Are you watching? Are you watching? Look, he cuts over again, and then he's like, I'm gonna shoot this gap between this truck and this, and then eats it. Eats. And then he flids. But then here's the greatest part. He takes the side road. Alright. Got broke ass license. Oh! What were you accelerating for? Was it a green light that you were trying to get to? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
The way y'all
okay.
handle
So I
the
can't
situation
use
is
that
crazy.
hotkey
First
because
of all,
that
when
resets
DJ
the video. That's gonna
made
be
this slurp sound in the
not
microphone.
fun. I'm gonna have to change
He
that.
made this slurp sound. I had my volume all the way up. That was crazy.
Got it. So a new hotkey is needed. Can't use the numlock when using YouTube. Alright, going real slow. Round Oh, oh, Cloverleaf. What do we think? What? Oh, drunk? Learner? Nervous? Scared? That's a definitely a drunk. Holy, that's a call in. Please tell me this.
I'd like to report there's a drunk driver in front of us. They're swerving everywhere.
No, you should have called back at the roundabout. Why are you calling now? Okay, this truck's gonna job. Right there. Wasn't paying attention. Just cost himself. White car, really? Right into the back? Oh my goodness, pay attention, people. And now they're upside down. Oh, and now they're pinballing. Oh my goodness, oh. Delays both directions. Why? Because everybody wanted to stop and see it? Was that bad? That was bad tires, right? Or because it looked like it hopped. And, yeah. Yeah, he accelerated and pushed through his tires. Missed what he hit. Oh, he just veered all the way over. Oh. You know, just because you got your blinker on doesn't mean we should let you in. Get out. Should have planned ahead. You knew you were going to take that, so you should have planned ahead. Good react. Almost an overreact.
You crazy?
I mean, it's a little crazy. It's an old man.
Watch the light! No! Watch the light! Watch the light!
Oh my goodness. Yes, but you accelerated. Oh.
Up here westbound.
Why do we got dirt in the air?
Westbound, Mount Oak 90. You're coming into a dust storm. It looks like somebody just totaled their truck.
Oh, that's why we got dirt in the air.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, whoa, whoa,
Almost
whoa.
dove
Goodness.
and got a... Oh. He's either not paying attention or he's going to try and dive. Ready? Let's figure it out. blinker, but then gets mad at you. And then he comes up here, and then he's mad. And he's gonna clock you. So then you accelerate. Then he wants to accelerate. Dude is probably just having a bad day or tripping. Okay, Dodge Charger not paying attention to the cars in front of him, along with the Santa Fe. What was that Santa Fe doing?
You know, he's my whole world.
Okay, braking at a green light and then deciding he was going to turn.
Sorry about that.
From the... Take a right from the... Alright. Exit that. What's going on here? On that board, I'm just messing with settings. Alright, we don't need the play now. Right now, let's pause that. Let's hop out and let's look at the settings. Let's look at this. Oh, look. What's going on? Are you still on? Are you still in? Do we got it? Christian Live. Hello. It's probably going to take 2 minutes for you to... What's going on? What's going on? Just testing settings, figuring out what we got going on. I have to watch this all back tomorrow during work to see how well everything works. Then I can adjust and edit for tomorrow, the day after that. All right. So looking at the stats, we don't have any frames missed to rendering, we don't have any skip frames, and we don't have any drop frames on the network. So I wonder if we can up our quality on how well we're doing, because we're not having any of those issues. But I do have to figure out, I've got intermittent bitrate, and that's probably a Wi-Fi issue versus an Ethernet issue. So I gotta get Ethernet hooked up. Huh. Interesting. Let's check, let's close down the projector. Let's check this. Okay. How do I see? Is there a possible way to see? Okay, I got followers, viewers. Viewers, I've got one. Does that make me? So we gotta fix our bandwidth. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's what that is. I can quick do that. So I can follow people back. Got it. Figuring that out. Since that seems organic. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. How do I figure this out? Alright, so let's watch.
Yeah. The way y'all all handle.
I know is that the crowd has desperate need of gold, and our Lord Treasurer is dead.
Let's
The
watch
old
the
fool
idiots
seized upon that.
cars.
I shall draw up a list of men suitable to take Lord Giles's place upon the council. A list? Cersei was amused. I shall draw up a list of men suitable to take Lord Giles's place upon the council. A list? Cersei was amused by his presumption. I can well imagine the sort of...
BMW Mountain View 85 North, El Camino exit. Search online at
Not paying
bmwfremont.com.
attention. Yep.
Stock number H.
You gotta be shitting me.
00643, MSRP 32986, short term.
So, oh, I should probably switch over to here, transition to that. Projector to that. Now, how does that look over there on the couch? Like, as a layout, what do you think I should change?
What the fuck?
A lifelike plush toy designed and powered by AI. It makes you feel loved, supported, and helps during tough times. The Pandy uses powered motion sensors that gently react to your touch. So when you cuddle it, it actually cuddles.
So, let's see. You're thinking...
Jesus Christ! What was she doing?
Yo, this tweak ass mother. Hey, your car's on fire! You fucking idiot! Yo!
fucking heck.
Annexation of the Donbass region. It was like independence for the Donbass region, and then the agreement that Ukraine would not join NATO. That was the deal that they had worked out. And
Like
look at
that?
where.
Is that how you think it should be?
Don't,
Put the
stop,
chat
stop, stop.
behind
Stop!
the window.
What the fuck? Ah, pulled the phone
What?
out and he doesn't want to play.
What do you want? You, Taylor, who does not consume live content, what do you want?
What? Are you serious?
So are you saying I need some padding behind me? So if I were to then take this and I were to do it like that, does that make you feel better?
An idiot.
What boxes? Yeah, what do you want, Taylor? What would you like? Without the
Старая княгиня почтительно встала и присела. Вошедший молодой человек голову дочери и поплыл к двери.
laying on the side and one's standing up. Yeah, these are all things that are going to get changed. Don't worry about that. What I am more talking about is the layout. What?
Oh shit! Fuck!
That's exactly what I said.
Jesus Christ, cunt!
The fuck? Calm down.
One way! Idiot!
And all nations will come and worship before the heck? Saints and angels sing. The saints and angels sing. Glory to the
Come on, dude. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, do this.
What are you doing? Are you kidding? Jesus! Oh, that
Oh my
white car?
gosh, big car accident.
I know, I just
Big,
saw
big
it.
car accident. Just stay where you're at.
Alright, so.
Let's do an episode of Behind the Audit. We're doing
So
this is
this
Financial
is
Audit's
Caleb
final
Hammer's
boss.
layout.
So this was the Monday episode of Fat Stack Week that
His
we did last
editor,
fall.
blurred
Last
the
fall,
live chat
it was the
for,
first themed week we've ever done.
clips.
And this was the fattest
sections
stack
it all out.
of paperwork I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy. It blew my mind.
So you're saying that
we
I
have
should
this show
horizontal
in
my
our Hammer
camera
Elite
because
membership.
of
This show gets posted 3 times a week. We also
Like
post
that.
3 premium shows every day of the week, Monday through Friday, and this is one of them. This is Behind the Audit, where the behind-the-scene makers of Financial Audit come together and they talk about the episode and they give behind-the-scenes
Nothing's-
information
what's going on
and
with
lots of
screen?
extra tea and whatnot. So let's watch this episode of Behind the Audit.
yes, oh seriously.
Welcome back to another episode
Yeah, so he has
of
that
Behind the
buffer.
Audit. I'm Lindsay, casting producer for Financial Audit.
She decides who comes on the show.
I'm Erin, one of the editors for Financial Audit.
She does the Mondays, which are usually couples.
My name is Vika. I currently lead Financial Audit.
I'm Madison.
Mika is the head of the entire Financial Audit department. Madison is in marketing. And I still don't know why she's in this series, but she is.
And I help with marketing.
Awesome. So today we are breaking down financial audits.
I'm not hating on Madison. I love Madison. Madison's great. She's one of my favorite people, but it just doesn't. I don't understand why she's in the episode about financial audit, which she's not a participant of in anywhere whatsoever.
Making of this episode everything from casting to editing. So let's jump in.
I told you they were bad.
You're spending half of your income on fun. It's not that they suck. That was crazy. I've never seen more paperwork than this. I've never. They don't do it to you. You did it to yourself.
They did.
Huh? 2 years of 3 episodes a week. This might be the worst I've ever seen on the show.
Wow, that was ass. Was it not?
It was interesting.
That was ass.
Okay, the intro wasn't as good for our standards based on modern standards, so that's what they're saying is ass, and that's fair. It was Lindsay's idea to do a themed week, absolutely.
I don't think that would fly with our standard of intro.
Last 7 seconds were the only thing of value.
Also, I noticed a little bit of a
Yeah, I
camera
had to
shake
rotate
there.
my phone
We
to
lost a
rotate
little bit
the
of that
camera.
cut.
And I noticed subtitles going off when they shouldn't. Dude, I don't know. Who approved that?
Sloppy.
That was
sloppy editing.
That was rough.
Sloppy editing.
In all fairness, this episode was. I
So
think
if I
this
change
was the
the input of
beginning
the
of
camera-
our first ever financial audit theme week.
Oh yeah.
This was the beginning of Fat Stack.
Fat Stack.
Yeah.
Another idea of mine.
Still talked
Okay.
about today. Fat Stack Week.
No, I don't know.
You know what's very good though, even though that episode is very doom and gloomy because it is absolutely crazy. They've had 2 financial audit follow-ups on the financial audit follow-up channel, and they've both been positive, and I'm really proud of them. And I even paid off some of their debt at the end because of how proud I was.
You, Lindsay?
It was my idea because we had 3 episodes. Well,
This was all
and maybe
positioning
we'll break her
camera. This
episode
was doing
down. So
absolutely
we had
nothing
the couple,
for the layout.
and then we had a guy,
And
and
then
then we had an older woman that we were like kind of on the fence about scheduling wise. And I was like, look, if I can get her in, we could group all of these episodes together. We've never done a theme week. I love themes. It's part of my autism.
Literally
I like
did a
to
box step to go
group
up.
things
Yeah, the audience,
in,
the viewers
back,
love the theme
forward.
week too.
together. And yeah, I pitched it to Caleb, and he said, "Let's go." And
you
made it
also
happen.
said
Hi, my name is Rosa.
that you wanted the shape
Cutting that
different. You
off.
don't like the
This
fact
is
that the-
you guys have broken records.
We should do that
have
more.
just. I need to get into this episode like I don't think I've ever caught
why
off
I
an
asked
intro
you from
before.
the beginning and you said
what
no.
the heck? I didn't even know I did that. That just surprised me. Legitimately right now because this is the biggest stack of paperwork I've ever seen in my life. Listen to this sound. This it made no sound. It made no sound whatsoever. It was just like But that shit was like, bah! It was so thick. It was huge. It was huge. This is huge, right? Ladies, isn't this huge? It's fucking ginormous. And very impressive. Very impressive.
Because the
Listen,
camera
it's
is more centered on me.
so we got Sam, we got Rose at 27, 26. San Antonio,
Yeah,
that's
portrait
wonderful.
to
But I
me.
need to start this thing because we're going to be sitting here for like 4
And I was just
How
putting
in the
that off
world do you
because
guys
of-
have so much
to have the TV on my
paperwork?
background.
It's crazy. How in the world? I've seen big stacks, and I've said this is the biggest stack a few times because they've had the biggest stack. You've broken all records. All records. I thought I was gonna walk in here and there was gonna be a couple 40-year-olds or something that have had decades to build up this much.
That's like a third of like the bulk you buy for papers to put.
Yes.
That's like
Talking to the mic, Mika.
Third in terms of size. Also logistically, Aaron, think of the statements.
Oh,
Needed to be done because you know the stuff being put on screen. Someone has to do that. That fat stack was flare my PTS.
Yeah, that must have taken the editor hours to sort through. You know, we put the paperwork in order and like we highlight the things that get called out. But even still, they gotta crop it, put it on screen, follow along, highlight it. Like it gets, whew, it's a lot. And this must have been horrible for the editor. I think Salah was doing the graphics on these at this point.
every so once in a while, like my hand starts cramping at like statement number 45, and I think I would have had to take like a break,
Oh, she updates her progress on TikTok. That's really nice.
like a day, take a night off. I also love it when our intros don't go like
The traditional.
the traditional route.
No,
Like if
that's
something
great.
happens or the guest messed up or something like that, I always find that to be absolutely hilarious because like no one's expecting it.
Yeah,
that
it
was
is fun.
fantastic.
Other than the intro, that piece of shit.
Yeah, I remember distinctly during casting that when they
All right,
sent
let's
in
see
their
what
application, they did not list all of their debts. So we legitimately had
Oh.
no
The
idea how
projector.
bad this
So let's
situation
close the
was
projector.
until they sent us statements. And even then, I think it was only when we saw their credit report that we were like, oh, there's a lot here that
Yeah, we make people send in like a Credit Karma report, not like not like an official credit report, but just like screenshots from Credit Karma because people just don't know. People just don't know what is actually going on in their finances. So we just make them send it to us, and then we actually know what's going on more than they do.
like they aren't even accounting for it. And we'll get into it, I'm sure, but like all of like the Afterpay Affirm kind of things where it's just like, oh, well, I just pay $14 a month on that. It's like, no, you owe $300
Mhm.
several times for several gifts or this or that. It's like, oh, it's just $14 a month. So
initially you saw them with like loose black pants, and then they put on the gray tight sweatpants, and you were like, damn.
Yeah.
They're packing some fucking heat.
Were they both wearing red t-shirts?
Yes.
Did you ask them to wear red t-shirts?
no, this is, I think at least for
Yeah, we never really ask people what to wear. We just say, look good, show off who you are.
me, and I would have to go back in my mental archive of couples episodes, but now we have couples that do kind of come in and they match unironically, but I think they were the first ones that I was like, oh, you two, like this is planned.
In the follow-up, didn't they wear like matching outfits?
100% yes.
We should pay attention to the husband's
Alright.
stance as he's sitting down the entire time.
He leaned.
He's
The dude said like 5 words the whole episode.
leaned back and fed up the entire time.
But he's
I
nice.
loved it.
Yes.
His body language just turned off as soon as they got into it. He was pissed.
Yeah.
So I think it started. Well, first I got like my first credit card when I
Bro,
was
look
like
at his face.
18,
He's
maybe
so
like a
fed
month
up.
after. So I felt like that's where it started. Paid that off, and then we moved into a house 4 years ago with nobody's help or anything. We kind
Okay,
of
people
applied-
move into houses without
I know,
other
but like
people's
we
help.
had nothing.
I'm coming out of the gate with such a big attack. Just like, yeah, I mean, I'm just used to people immediately making excuses. Like, sure, we've all moved without people's help, right? So it's like when I hear someone like say that it's almost like put forward that it's a unique situation for them, I'm like, fuck off. But I came things out.
Like no couch, no bed. We just had clothes.
Okay, welcome to how everyone
I
moves in.
know, but like we didn't think of anything.
Hey, I did that. They did that. We don't have this.
I know it's bad.
Yeah.
So like
Figure it out.
yeah, we had
I'm such a cunt.
applied for the house in August of 2020, and then we were moved in like November.
What's applied for the house? Is this a rental or is this a mortgage?
No, it's a mortgage.
Mortgage. We took out a mortgage.
Yeah.
We took out a mortgage. We couldn't afford furniture, so I assume we didn't have an emergency fund.
No.
We took out a mortgage without having an emergency fund.
But we had moved in with only $100. Like that's how much we had to pay.
Yeah, but Life Choices led up to that though.
To move in, and then they were like, it's gonna be $1,100, and then
What do
2
you mean
years
pay to
later,
move in? What's pay to move in? What are you saying? Pay to move in?
like the closing costs. Like we only.
Oh,
paid
well, you thought a
100.
closing cost would be 100? I mean, if it was
No,
a
it
special
was
program.
100. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
Likely from just a lower income program that she got in, right?
100.
Oh, so it was a special
Yeah,
program.
like we didn't pay that much, and then
Okay.
it was gonna be 1,100. So we paid 1,100 for the first year.
Oh, wait, when did you guys get this house?
During COVID, so 2020.
Okay, so you got a great rates.
Yeah.
When have you guys were you guys married?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys have
Well,
been married for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How old are they? How old are they?
They're
26,
27.
26, 20, and 27.
Everyone always looks so much older than they are on the show. I know I need a haircut. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, actually. But I also just didn't do my hair today. I showered, now it's full floof. It's full floof mode. Why do people buy houses with no down payment? Because they see it as their only option to get into a house, and they want to get to it quicker. They're excited about getting into a house, but they don't know that it just absolutely fucks them if they're in a boom and bust market, especially because if the market goes down at all, I mean, even if the market just stays flat, you're going to lose money if you have to sell the house for whatever reason. So, yeah. Like cash, not even equity money, cash you would lose.
Yeah.
I mortgage shit got me
So I just got a haircut. No, I got a perm.
lost in the sauce. That's
I know. I still, and I'm trying to rack my brain for.
is it $100 a month?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if she's talking about the HOA or if they were in some special program where they had to put a limited amount of money down and then it was $100 for the closing costs. I don't know if we get clarification there.
Because if it's $1,100 and then they pay the extra $100, that's $1,200 a month for 12 months. If it's
Maybe that's what that is.
I don't know.
I don't remember that specific detail.
But him like he was disassociating a little.
Do you wear a wig? No. Why would I wear a wig?
Like he finished a sentence and he just like
Well,
spaced out. I was like, oh, I'm
He lets her run the finances, like in
Yeah,
the
so
episode.
100.
Yeah,
Well,
he does not even use.
100%.
Yeah,
Not even just in the episode, in life.
Yeah.
Like he basically was like, I go out, I make money, she manages it.
Yeah, he doesn't like to think very much. He's a grinder. He goes out there and he grinds, but he doesn't like to think and put it all together afterwards. He puts that on her.
And
lost me at she.
Mika. No. And you know, it with all due respect to her, she's one of the most organized guests we've ever had.
Yes.
In terms of like having
The follow-ups, fantastic.
I mean, spectacular.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, watch their follow-ups. They're
Dude, that's not a 5 head. That shit's a 6 head, man.
they're crushing life and we are so proud of them and can't wait to have them come back again sometime soon. So
what are these jobs then? We'll start with you, Rosa. What do you do? Again, 26 years old.
So I work at in sales for a diabetes company.
Sales?
Yeah.
Don't say it, Aaron. Don't say it. She's laughing. She's thinking it. She's being a degenerate right now. Oh, are we selling diabetes or prevention?
It's
Are we
an
selling
insulin
sugar?
device. Yeah, it's
Okay.
an insulin device. So
Right.
I just moved to that job.
America, you're in the right
yeah,
place.
in March. So it was mainly the same hour because I've been with them for a couple of years already, but now they have bonuses.
Why is
so
he
that's
so
where the
mad?
increase of
What would you
income
say comes in on a monthly basis?
yeah.
So I
he's
make
just laid back.
Oh, he's not mad. This guy's not mad. He's just chilling. Dude's just vibing. I don't think he's mad at all.
$184 an hour.
How many hours a week?
About 42 a week.
And then what's this bonus structure?
It's quarterly. So last bonus was about $3,500.
Wow, that's actually great.
Yeah, and then
So we can add about $1,000 a month.
yeah, but so that one was in August. That was my first bonus check, but I think my next one, which is November 3rd, I believe that one's gonna be probably like 1,000 maybe.
Oh, what? Why?
It's just the way our quotas work.
I was gonna ask, like, how many people that apply to the show have like these type of jobs, which is sales, and like have bad finances?
A decent amount of people are in sales or commission-based things. I mean, I was too, and that was my way out of debt because the smarter and harder I worked, the more money I got, right? And that helped me crawl out of debt because that's also when I started to change my behavior for what it's worth.
Is that correlated a lot when you were casting people?
yeah, I mean, I think that sales and any time that people don't receive the same amount of money on the 1st and the 15th or every week, it can make their finances funky because think of it. if you get $4,000 one paycheck and then the next one you get $1,200, like
yeah,
and it's always
4 is already on the low end.
Yeah.
Right.
Mika. Money bags, Mika. That's what we call him here around the
I'll
office.
take it. What can I say?
You do. Is that a stain on your hoodie? In any case, up
Pen
here.
exploded. Yeah.
Yeah.
A pen exploded.
Anyway, so
Maybe show up on
you
that.
should be able to afford it, right?
I was 1 minute late.
2:59. My ass was in this chair.
Yeah, you know why? Because you had nothing better to do. Anyway.
Oh, they're bickering. They love each other so much.
I'm kidding.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And then you, Sam, what do you do? 27 years old.
I work in correctional institutional, and I am an.
Oh, that's right. He's so chill. Yeah, he's fucking, he's telling people where to go and beating people up and clearing cells at the jail.
officer.
Okay.
We do
And
on
basically,
screen,
I
I
would
guess we
say
just
I
gave
make
up.
about close to what she.
How big is it? I answered that in a member stream once, so you have to be a member and go watch, and then you'll find out.
She makes about $1,500 a month.
I think it's
Oh, he said whoa, a month? She said per paycheck.
Per paycheck.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah. Well, he's bi-monthly.
I'm bi-monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had you hit.
So
Wait. She's bi-weekly, so every other week, which means sometimes she gets, 3 paychecks a month, I think twice a year, and then he's bi-monthly, so he gets it on the 1st and 15th probably.
Monthly.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So like the 15th and the 30th.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had you hit 1,446 total.
That's one check.
That's one.
Okay, so we only had one check
Because
hit
he just got
within
the
the time of
job.
that statement.
Yeah, he just got the
Oh,
job.
this is new.
Yeah.
Trust me, I got so many questions I want to ask you
Yeah, I
about this job, but I'm going to save that for the post show where we
Tenfold.
just talk about all the stupid stuff.
I was gonna ask Lindsay, when you casted this couple, did you talk to both or just one of the?
So believe it or not, this is one of the first episodes that I think I took on solo.
Ooh. Who was she working with at that time? Maybe Clara was stepping in and helping? Yeah. Yeah, we had to hire Lindsay pretty quick after I had to fire someone who was really bad at their job and really bad at working at any place of employment, which is why they never have more than like 6 to 9 months at any other employment and always get fired constantly. So it was hectic. So Clara stepped back in, and some of the OGers know Clara, and I guess kind of taught Lindsay about how our show works.
After coming to financial audit,
Okay,
I know
so I
Clara
wonder-
was still involved, but this was definitely my first episode. And as we're watching this was my first post show, like ever was this episode. But if I remember correctly, just spoke to her because his work schedule was wild. Like he worked random days, like he switched from like day shift to night shift.
That doesn't impact.
Okay. ADD. Put it away.
Aren't you the boss? How would you not know if you're the boss? Because it was a while ago, and there's a lot of hectic things. You think the fucking, we're at like what, 40, 50 people. You think I know what every single person in each department does and every single minutia of their day? No, Claire still works for us. But we did decide, like, as kind of a collective, to separate kind of friends from work, because she's, one of my best friends. So we were just like, we sat down and we talked about it, and we got, an idea of, okay, maybe we try to go get her dream job, but then she could, she'll just keep working there until she gets it, and she'll just get a big bag of money on the way out. But just to separate friends and work, because it's hard to be like an effective boss if someone's like your best friend, like one of your besties. And now, honestly, I in hindsight, I'd go back and probably still, it's kind of the compromise we worked on. I would not do that, because I think it's just on me to learn and be a good boss and good friend, because I think I could be friends and boss with some people, especially if I was already friends with them before, and balance that right. But when you're building your very first business, and things get complicated, things get hard, and you're figuring things out for the first time, and that involves trying to make smart decisions, and every once in a while you don't make the right decisions. So, but she still works there now. But yeah, she's great.
I'm listening.
No, he's listening.
Day and night shift.
Yeah. So I really just spoke to her, and again, it made sense for this because she handled all the finances. So
I would definitely never work with family, though. That's for sure.
he really like I said, he made the money and just was like,
Yeah,
you
give
take
it to
care
her.
of it.
I do the same thing.
He wanted to disassociate and
So
really
nice,
not
bro.
be involved.
Mika, who runs financial audit, makes the money and then gives his girlfriend all the money and then she runs it. That's great. That makes me feel very confident for the guy running financial audit.
In their finances. And I think that that's been one of the biggest shifts in their situation. Not to spoil anything if you haven't seen follow-ups, is that they are both like very much on the same page with their.
So when he came for the show, though, did he seem like he was happy to be there?
I feel like it was new information.
He doesn't look happy.
Yeah.
It's like
Madison
there's a
hit it
gun
on
under
the
the
head.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Madison hit it on the head. He was taking in a lot of new information. And I think he was just more like neutral. But then, as Mika said, as we get into this, I think you can kind of see him start.
Yeah, the gears started.
Would you hire a past guest of the show if they became very good at managing finances? Very good at managing finances isn't, obviously a job requirement. That's not like the biggest thing in the world. We want to make sure they're not completely fucked because they might make emotional decisions and whatnot at home, blah, blah, blah. But either way, I did stop an audit with someone in the middle of the audit, and I was like, you know what? Let's not do this. I want to interview for a job. She was a copywriter. She ended up not getting the job, but she was in the final 2 that was considered. And yeah, so of course I would hire someone that's really good and skilled.
Yeah.
I think we messed up.
That one was a
lot.
recent card. Like the American Express, I think we've had it for like 2 years already.
When did you get this?
Probably like maybe like 8 months ago.
Why are you opening cards?
It was like 8 months ago.
But you already had a stack of credit cards.
Yeah.
So what made you think
because
open?
it's
Hold on. I want to know what actually, when you opened this, what was going through your head? Because you already had a stack of credit cards.
Well, because I was getting like my perfumes and stuff, just like
Yes.
just the regular, right? So then they're like, "Oh, do you want to open this card and you're gonna save 20%?"
Oh, you're too impressionable.
And then
every card that was ever recommended to her in this entire world, she just picks up.
I was like, "No, like it's okay, I'm good." And she was like, "Well, you're gonna save $60."
You're the easiest
And
person to sell
then-
to. Guess what? You probably lost $60 this month in interest.
I know,
I bet, if I look.
Yeah, it was.
$108.
Yeah, I think I was saving like $60, and then I was like,
Oh, it's
"Oh,
all
I mean,
done.
might as well,
Wow.
Good shit.
The graphics on that are terrible. But I love how.
Yes, Mika, the show has improved. It's a show from late last year, fall last year. It's almost been a full year. The show improved. Get over it. We always improve. I always push my people to improve a lot, but it feels like there's no room for improvement sometimes. But this shows there always is, because when we push ourselves, the show just gets better and better and better, and that is reflected in the audience continuing to increase and enjoy it.
Her hearing what the 20% converted into like dollar amount was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm gonna commit after that. Still 20%.
All right, listen here, financial audit. I've curated the exact resources and tools I personally use or would use if I was in certain situations. So take advantage of these offers in the resources section in the description below. The first one is change your life today.
Don't forget to have an
They
ad
were
read on
What is this?
They were supposed to cut that.
$741. 606. Oh, they were?
They were supposed to cut that.
I don't remember.
hey,
Is that
look,
regarding her
chat is
job?
unblurred.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so we allow the guests to tell us what they do not want to talk about before we film, and then we don't talk about it, no questions asked. And they must have thought they told us something, or they said something and we misunderstood, and then I said it, but obviously we cut it in post anyway.
Remember.
Is it side income?
It has to be.
Is there more to this clip?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think this could have something to do with a family member. I remember there was something commingled financially with a family member that we weren't supposed to.
All right.
In this video, I'm showing you 9 easy hacks to grow as a small streamer, so you can start growing the easy way. Because yeah, in today's age, we're all lazy as fuck. Hack number 1, we're gonna go to the top right corner, click our username on Twitch, and then go to Creator Dashboard. Then we'll go on the left-hand side and click on Analytics, and then we're going to click on Overview. You'll scroll down just a smidge, and you're gonna see this thing called Category Suggestions. These categories have higher average viewership per channel, which could increase your chance of being discovered by new viewers over time. So basically, you can try and give these games a shot. All you gotta do is filter filter by whatever genre that you want to play. So if I want to play horror games, I'll click horror, and then I can simply just click on it and then click to the right, and you'll have a bunch of different discoverable horror games that are on Twitch. It even tells you the estimated browse position that you'll show up in, which is kind of cool, especially for people who only want to stream and not make videos. Which leads me to hack number 2, and that's leveraging short form content, because we all know discoverability on Twitch is awful, because I'm sure you've streamed before only to get about 0 viewers, because that's how it is these days. You're not alone. What you got to do now is make short form content from your clips, so that way you can actually get discovered on places like TikTok. However, when you first start doing it, you're only going to get a couple hundred views per short, because you don't know what you're doing, and they probably suck. However, I have a tool that has helped me get thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of views on my short form content. And the cool part is you don't have to hire an editor, and it's really quick. So if you have no time, this is perfect. This tool's called Nexus Clips, and they sponsored this short segment in the video. All I did was click sign in with Google and link my Twitch or YouTube account. Then when I'm done streaming, it'll automatically send me an email just like this one. So I'll click create clips now. And the AI gave me 55 different clips from this actual stream I did, and it tells me what the topic is and how good it thinks it's going to perform. So for example, if I like this clip, then I can click on it and then hit create clip. Then we can trim it left and right, and then we're gonna hit edit clip in the top right. And this is really where the magic happens. That saves so much freaking time. It takes our bland talking head video and automatically adds captions, hooks, and everything. So for example, you can have a miniature face cam, an upper face cam, a triple face cam, all of this good stuff if you're playing a game. But for me, in this instance, I'm just gonna use full screen. So then really now we're gonna go up to the subtitles, and we can click on the animated subtitles, which it automatically creates. So I'm gonna click on maybe this one, and then every time I say a word, it's gonna highlight it, which is really good for engagement. And then we can go up to the sticker portion. So if you want to have your Twitch handle or your YouTube handle or TikTok, whatever handle, we can actually pause the video, go all the way to the left, click at the beginning, and you can see we got our little tag right here. So if I drag it here, you can see we have it on the screen, which you can move all of this stuff, by the way. So if you want to have it all the way down here, you could. And you can also trim it to make it longer or shorter. So if you want, you can have that handle there. And then we have the hook, which is probably one of the most important parts of making these actually good clips. It's going to automatically suggest a hook, and so you can choose a different style. Or we're going to move it up here so you can actually see my face, and you can trim it how long it's going to take your audience to read it. So I hit play. We have our hook right here. We have our text right here. It's going to turn off in a second. There we go. And you can go and actually click on the subtitles as well in case you need to fix something. Then you can also cut out dead air. So like right here, we can hit cut and then click over here and hit cut and then click on this and then hit the delete key. And now the dead air is gone. So in about less than a minute or two, we have this much more professional looking short form content that we can post to TikTok. It's way more engaging than the original one, ripped directly from our stream. And so all you have to do now is go above my head, click on share. You can download the clip and upload it to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, wherever. Or you can connect your TikTok and YouTube right here and just automatically post it like that. And remember that content creation is a marathon, not a sprint. So make sure to keep consistently posting out content over the long term, and then you'll start to have these bangers like 300K views. So if you want to start growing the smart way, then you can check out Nexus Clips, which is linked down below, and you can use this coupon code to save you some money as well. Moving on to hack number 3, and that's going to be optimizing our social profiles. Remember how I just said that short form content is one of the best ways to grow right now? Well, when you actually grow on those platforms, we need to funnel them over to Twitch or wherever you're streaming. So on all your different social platforms, I want you to keep it super simple and streamlined. So you're going to have your name and then what you're known for in your actual name here. Then in the first line, you're going to tell them what they know you for. So in this case, I help you become a streamer. The second line, you can maybe have your schedule. And then the third line, you can have catch me live here. If you have a link in bio like I do on Instagram, I believe you can have one on TikTok as well. I'm not sure how many followers you need in order to do that or what the case is nowadays. They keep changing it. That's where you're going to link your Twitch account. You're not going to have a link tree. You're not going to have anything crazy. You're going to have your Twitch account or wherever your main streaming platform is. Because you want to use the KISS method, K-I-S-S, which is keep it simple, stupid. Literally they see, oh, his name's Cody. He's going to help me become a streamer. 8 years experience, pre-masterclass, boom, click it, and then it's going to be right there. So in your case, it's probably going to be, my name is Tarzan the Third. I stream Tarzan on the N64. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Catch me live here, and then Twitch account. And so you click. So literally you want to keep it super simple and streamline everything, because when you start growing on these other platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, people are going to check out your profile and they're going to need this little blurb just to be able to be convinced to come over to your Twitch account when they get funneled over. So speaking of social profiles, that leads us to hack number 4, and that's making sure you're using the same exact handle for all your profiles. A massive problem that I see all the time is people will have on their Twitch page or Kick page or whatever, they're going to have their social links here, which they should do. That's awesome. However, when I hover over it and you look in the very bottom left corner, it shows you the URL. So you can see CPause Music on Twitch, perfect. And then YouTube, CPause Music, bottom left corner is YouTube. TikTok, CPause Music. Instagram, CPause Music. Which means if someone knows the name or brand CPause Music, they can simply just go on your other platform where they use it, and then they'll know you for that. Super easy, right? Now there's so many people that I work with on a daily basis in my bootcamp and masterclass, which you guys can find in the description down below, where this is a huge issue for people because they'll have, let's say, CPause Music as their Twitch, and then their YouTube is GamerGirl69, and then on TikTok it's CPause_music1, and then Instagram it's GamerGirl_69. That just creates such a huge disconnect when you are being found on these other platforms, especially when you're using them to funnel over to Twitch or Kick or wherever. Because if they know you as GamerGirl69 on TikTok and they're being convinced to follow you over on Twitch and you're actually CPause Music, then there's a huge disconnect. That's not like the same brand. That's like wanting to go shopping, seeing the outside of the store is Target, be like, oh sick, I'm gonna go inside Target. Then you go inside Target and it's actually a Best Buy, which I hate. I hate Best Buy so much. I don't actually think it's the best buy, like, ever. But I digress. So making sure you have the exact same handle for all of your socials is crucial, especially in the long run. You might be able to get away with using an underscore or a 1 at the end, but really the best case scenario is having them exactly the same, even if you had to add an underscore in between CPause Music or all of it. Easy hack number 5. That's going to be enabling your Discord game activity. You can see here in my private Discord where I help all of you lovely streamers that are in my bootcamp, which you guys can find out about in the masterclass. Here's a good example right behind my webcam. You can see right here, Neon Mexican, they have their going live right here. They're currently streaming on Twitch, which means if I'm just browsing the side here, right here, then I can see, hey, one of my streaming friends is streaming, so maybe I should go check them out. And so this will apply to all of the different Discords that you're in, which makes it a perfect hack to improve your discoverability, especially when you're first getting started. So in order to do this, you go to the bottom left corner and you're gonna click this little gear icon called user settings. So we're gonna click on that. Then we're gonna go to the left-hand side where it says connections. So click on connections. And so this is where you're gonna connect your Twitch account. So as you can see here, my Twitch account is connected, and then you hit display on profile and make sure that's checked. A couple things to note is that you do not want to use custom statuses while using this, otherwise it's gonna override it and not work. Another thing is that you can go to the top left corner and type in activity, and you're gonna find activity privacy. And you wanna make sure that this is actually enabled. And then servers I share with, I probably do share in all, so that way it makes sure it shares with all of them. And if it's still not working, restart Discord, possibly relink your Twitch account, and make sure you're not appearing offline. Hack number 6 is always talk as if someone's watching. Especially when you're first getting started, you don't have anyone to talk to. You really gotta start narrating your gameplay, telling a story, or reacting to what's going on. Because that way when a new viewer arrives, they're not gonna be greeted with silence, which is super awkward and uncomfortable. Also bonus points if you can have a couple of your friends help you out and talk in chat when you first get started, because otherwise it's kind of hard to get people to talk. But just know that you're not alone. Happens to all of us when we first get started. Hack number 7 is to be an entertainer and not just a gamer. People usually watch people's streams for the personality and not just the gameplay. Otherwise, they usually go to YouTube for that. So you want to develop your unique style, whether it's going to be high energy, super cozy, chill, laid back, or just kind of weird. You really just have to lean into what makes you you. A lot of people that comment on my videos, they're like, I'm really awkward. And I tell them to lean into it because there's so many other people that are awkward too. You really just got to embrace it and be yourself. Because if you want to do a haircut stream or you cut your hair live on stream, do it. Or if you want to have a Nintendo Christmas subathon sort of deal, do it. Or if you want to play Goosebumps Warland on the Nintendo Wii, do it. Or if you want to speedrun Ring Fit Adventure in your mom's basement, do it. I've done them all, and a lot of them were really cringe, but it brought me here today, so you never know. Hack number 8, in the rare case you get a brand new chatter that pops in your stream, greet them by their name and make sure to ask an open-ended question. Bonus points if you can have multiple follow-up questions to that question. For example, what's your favorite topping on pizza? If they say that they don't like pineapple, then tell them they're a heathen and ban them from your chat because they gotta go. And hack number 9 is analyze your analytics. I know it's not the sexiest thing, but it is definitely one of the most beneficial things you can do as a streamer. You're gonna want to go to your Twitch dashboard by going to the creator dashboard in the top right corner, and then click on that and that. Then you're gonna click on the analytics tab, and then click on pretty much any of these, but you can go from stream summary, you can go to overview, you can go to viewers discovery, engagement. There's so many different tabs that you can utilize as a streamer to tell you what you can do better. And I feel like not a lot of people utilize this page, especially the research tab or even the discovery tab. There's just so many different hidden analytics that you can use to see which of your streams really was good or kind of flopped. So that way you know what to double down on. Like if people really like Dark Souls but they hated Mario 64, then maybe you ditch Mario 64 and go with Dark Souls. Usually the data does not lie, especially if you have enough of it. So make sure that you actually stream enough to have enough data to work with. But I can tell you the most beneficial thing for you to do right now in the long run is watch this playlist to the side of me to help you improve as a streamer. My name's Cody, and I will see you in the next one. What I'm going to share with you applies to 99% of streamers. Doesn't matter if you're a cooking channel or a gaming channel or a Just Dance channel, if you know what I mean. This information is going to positively help your channel this year, but you actually have to do it. I understand you're probably watching a ton of different YouTube videos telling you to do different things, so do yourself a favor and grab a pen and start writing down which information you'd like to use on your channel so you can actually apply it to your streams. So that way you can pick the best path that makes sense for your channel. Because I don't want you to mindlessly watch this video just to get to the end and not take any action, because then you'll still be at the same place, stuck the exact same place you were before watching this video. And I don't want that for you. That's dumb. I've used this strategy on my channel as well as so many other streamers, so let's make you a part of the club and make you one of them. So grab a pen and paper, or you can use Notepad on your computer, that's fine too, and let's get started. I'm breaking this into 3 easy steps so that way you don't get confused. The first step is the problem, the second step is the solution, and the third step is actually how to do it. So starting with number 1, the problem. If you're a streamer, all you gotta do is go to the browse page of Twitch or Kick or YouTube or wherever you're streaming at and realize how screwed you actually are. Because look at how many people are streaming, and these are just the games, not actually the streamers. But you can pick a game that you might not think would be oversaturated because it's not one of the top 10 here. So let's scroll down a little bit and see what's up. So let's pick Baldur's Gate 3. It's not necessarily a new game anymore, so it shouldn't be that oversaturated, right? Let's click on it. We got a bunch of streamers, Wow, there's a lot of people streaming Baldur's Gate 3 even though it's not that new anymore. Look at this. I'm still scrolling and there's still people with 3 viewers or more. And keep in mind, this video is for people that are small channels. So you can define small how you would want. Let's just say anything less than 10 viewers, just for simplicity's sake, and realize how many people you're actually up against. Like, look at all these people with 1 viewer. This is insane. It's still going. I'm actually not making this up. Look at this. Look at all of these people with 1 viewer you're competing with. This is just showing you the problem of how oversaturated streaming is right now. So you can't just simply hit go live and make your webcam look nice and pretty and expect the best, because you're competing with all of these other people that are doing the exact same thing as you. So to put this in perspective, if you're a small streamer right now, how are you supposed to stand out on games that aren't even like the top 10 games if you only have a handful of viewers? That's even if you have a couple viewers. If you have less than a couple viewers, then you're down in the trenches down here. So how are you supposed to actually overcome this? That moves us over to step 2, which is the solution, and then after that I'll show you step 3, which is actually how to do the solution. So don't get too freaked out yet. So since we've realized that streaming discoverability actually blows, well then what's the next best solution for that? And that's step 2, which is creating offline content, which you may or may not have heard many times before, but there's actually a lot of very common issues and problems that streamers run into when they do this, which I'll touch on in just a second, but let's go over why this is beneficial as a streamer to begin with. So as we established, there's a lot of competition when it comes to just streaming, and one of the biggest problems with this is that when you are not streaming, you are not live, which means you are non-existent to these people. So it's very difficult to grow your stream when you're not actually streaming, which in a way is actually very unhealthy because you can't be streaming 24/7 in a healthy way, and it's just not feasible for 99% of streamers. For example, you can see that I create offline content on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram, and as you can see, some of these TikToks have over 200,000 views, 30,000 views, 18,000 views, literally just on one I posted yesterday. Literally thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views from these TikToks that happen when I'm not actually streaming or live. However, you can make clips from your streams like I did right here. I took this clip right here and then edited it down to make this one, which already has 18,000 views in the past 20 hours, give or take. So you don't necessarily have to go out and record these separately from your streams. That way you can double dip and not waste time. And the cool part about offline content like this is that literally I will create one piece of short form like this and post it on TikTok, which already has hundreds of thousands of views, to then posting that same exact one over to YouTube Shorts, which then gets thousands of views over here. And then I'll also post it over to Instagram Reels, which then continues to get more thousands of views as well. So literally you can create these clips from your streams and continue to get thousands of views while you're not actually live, because streaming 24/7 is just not healthy. And ultimately creating content offline is what gives these small channels such a boost in growth, including my own. And this is even done on my new Instagram page with less than 200 followers, and yet we're still getting thousands of views per these shorts. Now, quick heart to heart, because I know some of you guys have already done this and you're just simply not seeing results. And there's a lot of very common things that happen between this that I just want to put you on. The first is that you're creating offline content that doesn't match what you're actually streaming. For example, if you do a stream on Dark Souls and you start making offline content on Dark Souls, and then next time you stream you're playing Kirby's Dream Land, the people that are watching your TikToks or whatever content on Dark Souls and then come over to actually check you out while you're streaming, you're playing Kirby, which is completely different, then they're not actually going to stick around or engage with your content because it's not the same. So make sure that you're sticking within the niche and or category that you're actually creating content on. Second most common problem with this is that they're just simply not entertaining. They either have way too much dead air, so there's too much space in between the action actually happening, or the clip just simply isn't interesting enough to where someone wants to actually watch it. Because the first 3 seconds is much more important than the
rest of your clip. Because if your viewer is not automatically curious or hooked in to watch your clip within the first 3 seconds, then they'll just immediately swipe away and not even bother with the rest of the clip. So put most of your effort within the first 3 seconds to do whatever you have to in order to get the viewer's attention to make them want to watch the rest of your clip. And the third biggest struggle is that streamers just simply don't have enough time or really want to go out of their way to make clips from their streams. Because I get it, it takes a lot of time. I'm not a huge fan of editing. I find it quite boring actually, and it's not really one of my favorite things to do. So I actually don't really enjoy making these short form content, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I find it a bit tedious, and that brings us on to step 3, which is how to actually do this without burning out or wasting time or getting bored with it really. Now you could go a couple different ways here. The first way is literally just going and clipping everything yourself, finding those moments, which already takes time, and then clipping it and editing it, which takes more time. And to me, that just takes a lot of time, which I don't want to give to short form content, because like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of it, just because I find it super freaking tedious. Or you can use a third-party solution like Nexus Clips, which is an AI tool that automatically scans your streams when you're done streaming, and then finds these clippable moments, and then makes it easy for you to edit, add captions, and all that good stuff for everything you'll need for a successful short. And they were nice enough to sponsor today's video, so I can show you guys how to use it. So let me show you how to do it. First thing you want to do is use the link in the description down below to find Nexus Clips, and then once you're on the website, all you want to do is sign up for an account. Then once you've signed up, you're going to skip everything until you connect your Twitch or YouTube account. You're going to want to use whichever one you're streaming through. Then when you've ended your stream, a couple minutes should go by, and you should get an email, and it's going to tell you that your best moments are ready. So that way, once you do that, all you simply got to do is click Create Clips Now. And the really cool part about this is that it has automatically scans my 3.5 hour stream, and it has found all of these different moments, and it has ranked them based on their scale, basically on how viral this has a chance to actually go. So the first one, for example, it's an unexpected teleportation game, so I'll click on that. And so this was the game that I was playing. I said that we unexpectedly teleported, so in theory, this could have been really good if it was a glitch or something. But it was also just a funny moment because of how jarring it was. Another good moment was introducing an indie horror game, so I'll click on that. And right then, it already tells me when I switched over to my gaming session from my just chatting section. So that way, if I wanted to start like a VOD, I knew exactly where it was because it's right here is when we switch over, which makes it really easy to just create a YouTube video for that. We're playing this really odd game, which is really just off the hinges. So you can see that we have like final boss is an evil clown, which it was. So we can see there. This shows exactly what the final boss was, or what I thought was the final boss. So if we wanted to, we could create a clip from there. Or we could even use stop teleporting cheater accusation, because AI scanned this and it heard when I said that I called the boss in the game a cheater because he was literally teleporting everywhere. And so I got him stuck behind these boxes, which would be really interesting if it was a more popular game, I guess you could say. But as you can see here, it worked out in my favor because I literally got to just pin the final boss behind these crates and just go to town on him. Don't take that out of context. But as you see, there's just a bunch of different moments, a bunch of different things. You can even go explanations, emotions, requests, a bunch of stuff that you can categorize between. Let's just go with this one. So